Hello and welcome to Tien Hoi News. My name is Tien Hoi and now today's headlines. Conference on the model of four-element coordination in processing and selling tea products. Tien Hoi commune Dai Tu district on changing plant structure. Spratly and Parasol Islands, the landmark of Vietnamese soul. In order to promote the coordination between and among the authority, the businessmen, the scientists and the planters in processing and selling tea products, Thai Nguyen Farmers Association coordinated with Vietnam Farmers Association to organize a conference on the model of coordination among the four mentioned above elements.
In Tien Nguyen Province, this coordination in processing and selling tea products has been formed since the years of 2000, but it was rather limited. To date, the model has been further developed and created between enterprises and tea planters in some areas. For example, Sông Cầu Tea Company, Quân Chu Tea Factory, Tân Cương Hoàng Bình GSC, Bắc Sơn Tea Factory, etc. However, the application of this model in all tea areas was not easy. During the conference, the delegates discussed and looked for a solution to promote the coordination among the four elements in processing and selling tea products. The solutions include enhancing the role of the authority in ensuring input materials and output markets, raising tea planters' awareness for food safety standards, such as UTZ certified, supplying preferential interest rates to tea planters and enterprises.
Identifying the suitable fruit tree is one of the important factors contributing towards changing plant structure, improving productivity, and increasing income for the farmers. In addition to pomelo, the new model of growing the red dragon fruit and longan plant is a first step showing the suitability of the land of Tien Hoi, Dai Tu district.
Tien Hoi is a commune with hilly terrace and the agricultural land is not concentrated. It has no production area and building one is quite difficult. In addition, the level of agricultural cultivation is low and the implementation of technology in production has many disadvantages. However, in recent years, farmers have taken an active leap in cultivating plants with high economic value and quality, notably the pomelo, which has provided an income of 200 and 300 billion Vietnam dong. Furthermore, the red dragon fruit and longan plant have been showing its suitability in Tien Hoi land. In order to help the farmers improve their productivity and increase income from fruit products, Tien Hoi commune will continue to convert agricultural production system and rural economy toward the trend of goods production based on the exploitation of its advantages like land potential, climate and local plants, leading towards the trend of diversifying variety of plants, focusing on fruit trees having high economic value and making producers with high competitive potential in the market, contributing to reducing poverty escalation of local residents.
The 18th century research files compiled by the scholar Le Quy Đôn stated the sovereignty of our country for Hoàng Sa and Trường Sa when Nguyen dynasty sent troops to map the two archipelagos. This is contained in the documentaries Hoàng Sa and Trường Sa places that engrave the Vietnamese soul and sacred land, which we would like to introduce to all of you.
Documents from the 18th century clearly recorded that the Hoàng Sa and Bắc Hải fleet was set up as task forces to perform specific duties given by the king at Hoàng Sa and Trường Sa Islands. The Lord of Nguyen first set up the Hoàng Sa teams to draw the maps of the area and collect rare sea products, resources and goods from sunken ships in Hoàng Sa. They later also organized similar forces to dispatch to Trường Sa called the Bắc Hải teams. Traces of their activities are found in many written documents, of which the most notable one was the Phu Biên Tạp Lục, Frontier Chronicles, by Le Quy Đôn in the 37th year of the Cảnh Hưng era, 1776, when he was Lord Trịnh Sâm military advisor in Thuận Hóa in Quảng Nam. During his term in this region, Le Quidon studied the local cultural and spiritual life, meeting with all sorts of people in each locality he passed by. His book recorded all the events and the solution to them when the scholar-cum official came to the localities to pacify the border areas. There are currently 8 versions of the book, 5 archived in the library of the Hannum Institute in Hanoi and the others in France. In its second volume, page from 27A to 29A, the following description was found. An Binh commune of Binh Sơn district in Quảng Ngãi province is near the coast. To its northeast, there are many islands and rocks offshore numbering up to 130, each separating one from the other for roughly a few hours to a few days' sail. Upon the high rocks and islands, there is fresh water and golden sandy beaches of about 30 miles long, stretching undisturbed by the clear water. On the rock, there are thousands of swallow nests, which are home to tens of thousands of innocent birds that never fear humans. Most of the ships got stuck here under strong winds. In the past, the Nguyen laws set up the Hoàng Sa teams with some 70 members each, recruiting people from An Binh commune, taking turn to go to the islands on 5 small fishing boats from March each year, carrying along sufficient food for 6 months. It usually took them 3 days and 3 nights to reach the islands. The Phu Biên Tạp Lục was later revised in a more scientific and objective way for incorporation into the bigger set of Đại Việt Sử Ký Tục Biên, a record of the histories of the Đại Việt Kingdom, which was the official historical records prepared by the Historical Office during 1676-1789. The manuscripts of Le Quidon were now made official. The Đại Việt Sử Ký Tục Biên, as well as other historical documents, were all combined by the Feudal Court History Office established and staffed by the kings themselves.
Now let's take a look at some other news.
To disseminate and update the new broadcasting technology 2013, Nguyen Radio and Television Station, in coordination with Protect Company, held a meeting to introduce the latest devices and technology in the field of broadcasting by Panasonic. At the meeting, the staffs working at the Department of Documents and Operating Facility Management and Department of Technology took a closer look at some favorite machines and high-tech devices in broadcasting. Also, the representative of Protect Company introduced the use of full systems with high-tech products such as data collecting system, content browsing and programming system, computers for news producing and broadcast automation, solutions for updating content to the web. The new devices and technology will be the force for Nguyen Radio Television Station to improve the program quality. This will also affirm the dramatic changes in broadcasting technology of the station in the near future. Recently, the Steering Committee to Develop Provincial Collective Economy organized a conference to report the result of its 10 months operation and to discuss the key tasks for November and December 2013. By the end of October, there are nearly 700 groups with 5,200 members and employees in the whole province. Also, there are over 300 cooperatives with approximately 39,000 members and employees. For orientation in the upcoming term, the provincial leaders asked the members of the steering committee to further promote the roles and responsibility of each member in the cooperatives, and the orientation for developing cooperative movements, strengthening coordination with sectors and localities to continue expanding the typical collective economy models in the province.
To meet the demand of power consuming, on November the 26th, Northern Grid Company took T1 transformer into grid. It was a program ship transformer to 110 kV station in Phu Luông district. This program has a total investment of 15 billion Vietnam dong. The program was aimed to provide power to the districts of Phú Lương, Dai Tu, Định Hóa and additional power for Nguyen City. After a period of construction and installation, the works were completed with qualified categories which were eligible for joining into grid. Northern Grid Company, Nguyen branch, will take charge in managing and operating this station.
That's come to end the program today. Thanks for your watching. Goodbye and see you next time.